distribution companies, because as and when...
Apologies for interrupting you. I'm going to come back to you in just a bit. We need to address some earnings first. Marico has actually reported a very, very good quarter this time around. Saugata Gupta, the MD and CEO of the company, now joins in. Hi, sir. First up, to talk about your volume growth. Clearly, it has surprised everyone. What went right for the company in this quarter in terms of volume growth?
I think some of the initiatives we have been taking over the last couple of quarters and some of the brands which were having sluggish growth, and along with that I think we had taken proactive calls on pricing, given the fact that whenever there is a slowdown, affordability becomes an issue. And lastly, I think some of the long-term capability building stuff which we are doing in some of the areas of transformation we have identified have begun to pay some dividends. So I think it's a combination of all three, and we had been talking about trying to get into 8 to 10% growth levels, and that's what we have achieved.
Okay, so is this the kind of volume growth then which is going to be sustainable for your company going ahead?
As I said, that if the trends continue, whatever trends, I think, and we would try to, in our best effort basis, try to deliver 8 to 10% volume growth in the coming quarters.
All right, Mr. Gupta, can you update us on the performance of the international business?
I think international business, after a long time, I think we have delivered double-digit growth. Most of the countries' business units have done well. We have, I think, done a complete recovery in our Middle East business. In Egypt, although it had a lower base because of the go-to-market transformation disruption that happened last year in a similar quarter, Egypt is also looking to be back on track. Vietnam business again has recorded decent growth. In Bangladesh, we have taken pricing action. So therefore, although the value growth is not there because of deflation, volume growth has come back. So overall, I see a significant improvement in international business. Our endeavor is to get the entire foundation right in the business so that we can give much more predictable, sustainable results.
All right, before we carry on, let's quickly run through the numbers that we're getting in from Adani Enterprises. Net profit at 104. The reason you're not seeing comparables over there is that the company went through that demerger of different businesses and the entire restructuring happened. So you don't have direct comparables immediately on a Y-on-Y basis. Net profit at 190. Sumera?
All right, so I think we'll get in more details on Adani Enterprises in just a bit. But for now, I guess we can go back to Marico. Hi, Saugata. Sorry to keep you waiting, but just to get back to your numbers, then the drop that we've seen in raw material prices has also aided margin expansion for you this time around. So what remains your outlook now on how raw material prices could trend going forward?
So I think it's difficult to give a prediction, but I believe that we continue to have a bearish scenario with the raw materials. Our endeavor is to ensure that it is significantly passed on to pricing as well as into A&P inputs to continue to drive volume growth and market share. I think in the immediate 1 or 2 quarters, it seems to continue to be soft.